right, it is day 14. It is a 20-minute yoga flow. I'm so proud of you if you did this whole 2 weeks with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you didn't, if this is the one class that you're doing from the Mind Body program, check out the playlist for the 2-week Yoga Fit Mind Body challenge from my channel. Thank you so much for joining. Roll out your mat and let's flow. We are going to start on our backs today. Go ahead and roll yourself down. Find the center of your mat. Stretch your arms up overhead. Extend your legs. Point your toes. Take a deep breath in here. Maybe even close your eyes for a moment. Just find that breath, your pranayama. Good. Now scoop the knees to the chest. Give them a nice hug. One at a time. Relax the back. Set your intentions for today's class. It's going to be a little bit of a slower flow with longer holds, deeper stretches. Rock your head side to side. Blink your eyes open if you were closing them. Good. Then let's move the feet a little bit. Point and flex both feet. Circle out the ankles. One hand per knee, and let's draw some circles. Massage your back. And then take them the other direction. Circle, circle. Excellent. We're going to wake up the core next. So take the hands to the hamstrings. Kick your legs to the sky. Place your hands down by your sides and really kind of grip the mat. Create some tension in your backs of the arms. With your pointed toes, circle on the ceiling here, waking up your deep core. Small circles to start. You can always have bent knees. And then let's go the other way, circling opposite direction. Beautiful. Last one. And then hug those knees to your chest. Curl your forehead in like you're trying to tuck into a little ball. Stretch your legs out, your arms out. Push your low back into the floor. And then create tension in your core. We're going to do 2 more. Round. And then stretch out. 1 more, and I'm shaking a little bit. 1 more, really wake up the abdominals. And then release your head, release your knees to the chest. Let's go ahead and just open and close the thighs a couple times. Stretch out the hips. 1 more. Excellent. We're going to drop the knees to one side and slowly work your way up to a seated position. No hurry here. Take your time. We'll start with the knees swept to the right. You're going to take your left foot and just tuck it underneath your right knee and sit on your left hip. Reach your left arm behind you. Catch the outside of your left thigh with your right hand and then look over your shoulder. A little twist. Good. Unwind that twist. And let's do a little side stretch. Place your left hand on the floor. Stretch up with the right arm. And then with breath, windmill over to the other side. See if you can find the floor with your right hand. Reach up with your left. Let's do 1 more each way. Stretch it up. And windmill to side 2. Find something for support. Getting nice and long through the waist here. Excellent. Slowly find the center here. We're going to play with a little boat. So tailbone balance. Pick up the chest. Pick up the feet 1 at a time. You can keep holding the floor with your hands. You could grab your hamstrings. Or maybe you could stretch your arms out. Your choice. Good. On the exhale, release. Lift the heart, pull the shins, and then we'll just kick the knees the other direction. Take that left foot underneath your right knee. Sorry, reverse that. Right foot underneath your left knee. Pick it up tall. You're sitting on your right hip. Let's twist. Reach behind you. Catch the opposite thigh with the left hand. Look over the shoulder. Waking up the spine here. Unwind. Taking right hand to the floor. Stretch up with the left. And then windmill, use the breath, find the other side, support on the fingertips, lift and lengthen the waist here. Let's do 1 more each way. Find the floor, stretch up. And then just kind of catch the floor or the block, whatever you can find. Good, and unwind. Take it back to that tailbone balance. Reach behind you. Find your chest lift. You're in a V sit. You can just keep the toes down, or if it feels okay, pick them up. Maybe even let go. 1 more breath here. Good. Good. Slow release. Feet to the floor. Catch your shins. Pull your heart forward. Lengthen your spine. And we're going to face the mat. So choose which direction to kick your feet. Hands under your shoulders. Knees under your hips. Cat. Round your back. Chin to chest. Look for your belly. Reverse. Cow. Lift the tail. Lift the chest. One more. Round it out. And arch. Settle somewhere right in between cat and cow. Can you send your right leg out? Flex your right toes so they face the floor. Hips are down. And then when you're ready, reach your left arm in opposition. So we're finding some spinal balance. Working the core. Good. One more breath. And then let's try crossbow. Bend your back knee. Circle that left arm back. See if you can find your foot or your ankle. And then just gently start to kick into that hand, opening up. If that's too much right now, just reach back and still balance. Go ahead. Slow release. No slingshot. Come back down nice and slow. Place the knee under the hip and gently rock your hips side to side. And we'll set it up for the other side balance. So stretch the left leg. Toes face the floor. And you're on 3 points of contact. When you're ready, can you lift off one more point of contact? The right arm comes up, finding your spinal balance on the other side. The left heel and the right thumb reaching for the sky. Hold for one more breath. And if you would like, you can add a little stretch here by bending your back knee and kind of cast your arm back and see if you can sort of fish for that foot or ankle and gently kick into the hand. Gently honor your shoulder and honor your quad. You might not connect today. You could just stretch back and work on the balance. To come out of the crossbow, you'll slowly unwind. Try not to slingshot anything out. Release the knee, release the hands, shake the hips. Let's take child's pose. Drop those hips to your heels. You can either walk your hands forward or you can make a pillow with your hands. Breathe into your back here. A well-deserved stretch. Go ahead with your next exhale breath. Stretch your arms back out long. Come forward into table. Tuck your toes. Push off both knees. Lift those hips up for the sky. Reach your ribs for your thighs. Downward facing dog. So we're really opening up the front of the thighs. Trying to limber up your spine here. Bring your toes together and stretch your right leg up. And let's let it drop open. Bend your right knee like the right foot wants to fall towards your head. Stretch out that quad. A little bit of pressure into both hands so that they're even. And then kick the right leg up to the sky. Square the hips. Step your right foot as high up the mat as you can. Aim for by your right hand. Melt that back knee. And uncurl your back toes. Heel toe the right foot a little wider so there's room for your hand on the inside of your knee here. So coming into a runner's variation. If this feels good, stay right here. If there's room to come to your elbows, maybe start with your left elbow and then perhaps your right lizard pose. And if that's not on the menu, stay on your hands and just keep breathing. Notice where you feel this. And if you are in lizard, go ahead and start the journey up. One hand at a time, pushing yourself back onto the palms. Let's roll open. So stand on your left arm, circle your right arm up and over, reach back, and then swim it forward. Exhale, reach down. Do two more. So limbering up the spine, reach it back. And inhale, circle forward. Big circle back. And I lied. Let's do just one more because this one's going to have a hold. You are welcome to stay right here and just stretch back, look back. If there's room to bend your bottom back knee, go ahead and reach for it. So the left foot connecting to the right hand. It's okay if they don't connect. You could just reach for it. You can let the foot rest. Once again, stretching the front of the thigh. Breathe into that. We'll slowly release. With control, take the hands back to the front of the mat. Tuck the back toe, engage the back leg, and pick up the back knee so that you can sweep your right foot back to meet your left. Come back to down dog. Take a little pedal here. And if you'd like to, you can always add a vinyasa right here, coming into a plank, doing a little doing a little upward dog or a cobra, whatever feels good, or you can just pause and take a child's pose. We will all meet in downward dog for the other side. So let's head back if you chose to do a vinyasa. Lift those sit bones, heels get heavy, and stretch your left leg for the sky, opening up the hip, bend the knee, let the foot fall back like it wants to touch you in the back of the head here. Push both hands into the floor. Really great stretch for that other hamstring and inner thigh. Kick the foot to the sky and square up the hips and step your left foot high, high, high up the mat. Aim for by your left hand. Start to settle the back knee to the floor. Release the back toes and then walk your left foot wide so there's room for your hands inside your knee. And then this is a great place to stay and breathe. If there's room, if you'd like to, you can adventure down into lizard, maybe one elbow, check and see if the breath is full. And if there's room, maybe both elbows. Might not be the same on both sides. Don't worry about it. Just observe what is. Yoga is all about the present, so don't worry about what was or what you hope could be, just what is. Start your journey back up. If you chose to go to the elbows, come back to your palms. We're going to take a little bit of a swim stroke here. So stand on your right hand, and then left arm's going to swim up and over like a backstroke, and you can kind of follow it with your gaze, and we'll circle it back up and over. Now this is going to help preserve mobility in your shoulder as well. We'll take one more active one and then one with a hold. So here's our last active one. Stretching back, looking, following it with your gaze. And then our last one we hold. So you can stay and just look back. Or if there's room, perhaps you could pick up your back heel and see if you can connect with your right toe or ankle or foot. And it might not happen. I came up from my fingertips to be able to accomplish that. You could always come to a block. And if it gets too intense, or if there's a point where you're like, I can't breathe full anymore, you know what to do. Just hold and breathe. Look back and let go of the hand. On your next exhale, slowly swim out of that. Both hands to the floor, tuck your back toe, pick up your back knee, strong core. Steps the left foot to meet the right. Little pedal here. And then we'll slowly melt the knees back down to the floor. Take a child's pose and roll out the wrists. Circle both hands. Open, close. Squeeze them in tight fists and stretch them apart. Excellent. Slowly release. Shift your weight forward. We're going to come to a seated position next. Go ahead and send your left leg to straight, and we'll bend the right knee. Place the sole of the foot to the inner thigh, kind of like a butterfly. One leg is straight. Reach your left hand for the left pinky toe, and then reach your right arm up and create almost like a little diagonal line. You can look up at the sky. Some chest expansion happening here. And a little stretch for your inner thigh. Good. Slowly come on up. Turn to face your left leg. And then one hand on the inside of the leg, one hand on the outside of the leg. Start to fold forward. Walk your hands towards your foot. Relax your forehead down. You can let the upper back melt. Really good stretch here. Start the journey to come back up. Walk the hands back underneath. And then we'll switch it. So you're going to extend your right leg and pull your left sole of the foot anywhere to the inner thigh. A little bit of an external rotation. Kind of feels like butterfly. Stretch the right hand to the right pinky toe. And then reach the left arm up like a diagonal line. Open the chest. Side stretching here. Good. We'll slowly release. Come on up. Turn to face your right thigh. And then one hand on each side of the leg. Walk down. Just noticing if it's different than the other side. An element of surrender here. And I really enjoy this stretch. Feels so good for the back, the inner thigh. Start Start the journey back up. Take your time. No hurry. Bring both feet to one end of the mat here so that you have room to roll down and your head will be supported. Catch those hamstrings for a little support on the way down. Your head comes down last. Send your right leg straight. Flex the foot. And then cross right ankle over left thigh. You can just push your right thigh open or see if you can reach and hug left hamstring or even left shin for reclining pigeon pose. Let the shoulders relax back, the tailbone get heavy. And this is an opportunity to slow everything down. A lot of times life is just so busy and hectic. We are not checking in. This is a chance. You carved it out of your busy day to check in. Good. Release what you're holding. We're going to set the left footprint down and just let the whole shape drop over to the left. So your right footprint finds the ground, and then you can push with your left hand on that right thigh and reach your right arm up out to the side like a T. A little twist. And I don't need to apply much pressure to feel a stretch here. So I'm just pretty much, a pound of pressure with my left arm. Breathe into that. With your next breath, use the core, stretch your arms out like a T, and belly button in as you lift the knees back up, uncross the shape you had, and we'll switch it. Catch your left hamstring, extend your leg, flex your foot, and cross it over your right thigh. You can just give it a push or reach through and catch something, hamstring or shin, whatever is accessible. Melt your head, shoulders back down, flexing your feet strong. Tailbone's heavy. Reclining pigeon is a great option to take if like a half pigeon or seated pigeon doesn't work for you. Take this shape, slowly let the right foot find the floor. Keep the crossing. You're just going to drop the whole thing over to the side slowly. Left footprint finds the ground. You could use your right hand to just gently apply pressure into the thigh and open left arm out to the side. Feel the ground fully support you here. Good. Release with both arms out to the side. Use your abdominal muscles here. Pick up the knees. Uncross that. Slowly release that foot back down to the floor. Let's take a nice hug in and prep for that final relaxation. Now you have the option to just take your feet wide, knees together, hands on belly. Or you can send your legs out, toes, ankles open to the sides, arms long by your sides. Feel free to put your legs up a wall if that's accessible for you. A comfortable seat, as long as your spine is tall, is also a great place to meditate. Or even a side lying position. Close down your eyes once you've found your position. Get all your wiggles out, scratch all your itches, and then just start to watch your breath. The inhale, the exhale. The really automatic nature in the breath. After each inhale, without even thinking about it, you just naturally exhale. Stay with it for a few more breaths. Now, of course, you are welcome to pause the video here and stay in a much longer relaxation shavasana. This is your invitation to do that. If you're ready to close your class, put a wiggle in your fingers, a wiggle in your toes. Blink your eyes open. Let movement travel up your limbs into your knees and elbows. We'll drop the knees to whichever side feels more comfortable. Let your arms reach overhead. They'll help push you back up into a seated position. any way you wish. You can sit with your ankles crossed, your legs extended. You can kneel, as long as it's comfortable and your spine is tall. Deep breath in here to receive the benefit you came here for. Stretch your arms up. Inhale. Match your hands. Exhale. Pull them to your heart. Chin toward your chest. I hope that you enjoy these last 2 weeks of trying to bring your mind and body together as one. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.